Twins, divine ones, my babies, my loves, how are you guys? Welcome to the channel. We have a really good video for you today, so stay tuned for everything. I have 7 signs, 7 direct signs that if you can check these, then you know that you're a true twin flame. And this is from experience. I am a twin, and I'm going to give you the 7 for sure signs. You will have to look no more, watch no more videos. And I do have to warn against watching the real, like, nicely done, automated, like, the twin flame videos that are just automated and made for production. Like, they're just kind of unreal, and they don't tell all the truth. So there's a lot of stuff going around about twin flames. And the first thing I'm going to do is just really quickly explain what is a twin flame. And then we will get to our 7 signs. So first things first, twins is not everybody. Twins are fairly new. I would like to beg and plead that Jesus was the first twin. Him and Mary Magdalene. That's why they hid away Mary Magdalene, all that power and stuff like that. And it's fairly new. Like, Jesus is 2,020 years old. So this is not, twins aren't ancient. They were purposely sent down to be ascended leaders and help others discernment sharpen at this day and age. Like, this is the reckoning time. This is the season. This is, the beginning of the end. And we are here for a purpose, and that the main purpose of a twin flame relationship is for personal development and growth into unconditionally loving yourself. That is the main goal, because this is leveling you up to ascension. This is bringing you closer to your high power. This is stepping you up. And this is, twins are, all psychics usually have twins. Like, most psychics have a twin. I had never even heard of a twin flame. I had never heard of a twin flame until after I met my twin, until after, I was noticing things, and then I stumbled upon the twin flame relationship, and oh my God, matched to a T, like all the dynamics, all the cycle, rhythmic, the separation and union, those times are a key factor, and it's a dynamic, rhythmic, purposeful, developed phenomena of the twins, because they go in separation and they go in union. They go in separation and they go in union. And this is for ascension. This is for transformation. This is for leveling up on each other, understanding, attaining, your true purpose and your heart filled with God love that you want to spread, your heart filled with the stuff you want to do. And you know, you always want your twin to be there, and they always will be there. But there is the dynamic of the separation and the union phase. And it happens a lot. And this is the key marker. If you don't have separation and union phases, then you are not in a twin relationship. That is key. Key fact. And it's to develop you. It's to ascend you. So it was developed, you know, over time by the twins so they could do their job. And also, many people, many twins do never even meet each other on Earth. So many twins are separated by continents and oceans, and they might talk or they might feel each other and this and that, but there's no meeting up. There's no real, you know, physical relationship there. And a lot of times your twin is from another lifetime. So you see them in dreams, maybe in astral world, or feel a presence, or have a knowing, or get a vision, or, you know, when you have your twin, you know it's your twin. That's the thing. This is crazy. And I'm going to go through seven signs that are for sure marking that you are, in fact, a twin flame. And one other thing I want to say about unconditional self-love, that is the main role, the main key, the main drive, because when you get to self-actualization and you learn how to unconditionally love yourself and you don't take any bullcrap and you have no worries or wonders, like you know your feelings and you know your intuition, you know your gut speaks to you. And this is from, you know, many things. This is just like, you know, being sharp. And and so it is a gift. It is a gift to be in a twin flame relationship, to have a twin. And we're going to go through what else this does for you. And all right, here we go. Number one sign that this is your twin is an unexpected meeting. This is never sought out. This is never thought of. This isn't planned. This isn't searched out. This isn't like, oh my gosh, I'm psychic, I got to find my twin. This is none of the above. Like usually you meet your twin in the weirdest places on a whim. And it's out of nowhere. You're not expecting this. Could happen in the weirdest time, weirdest place. And also, usually there could be like it's a relationship that is not foundational upon physical attraction. This is an inner connection. And sometimes it turns out sometimes there could be, it's like the most two people that you wouldn't ever think would be like, you know, kicking it and like, you know, starting a really good friendship. That's like, it just wouldn't seem, you know. So there could be an age gap. There could be anything, different personalities. This is another dynamic. So this is what makes it interesting also, and makes the connection so much more authentic, because you're not externally reasoning with why, you know, you're so attracted to this being that is in your circle now. This is this one that's got you. So, number one, unexpected, not likely partnering. We're going to move on to number two. Number two is separation phase, separate ions. Okay, disconnect, a separation. for whatever reason, there's always a separation, and it usually happens fast, probably happens in the beginning. But this is all due on time because there is sacred repelling. It's one of the twins gets freaked out. There's always a runner and a chaser. Separation phase, key factor, runner and a chaser. So one of the twins is the runner, either scared or freaked out or like kind of weirded out, or, you know, it's a weird phenomenon, but this definitely happened with me. It happened, it keeps happening, and it's still happening, and it's been 5 years, so. This is a different kind of love. When you're in separation, you guys do feel like you're both missing something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you're missing out. You know what I mean? And separation could happen for many different reasons. Usually, separation could be from freaking out, you know, could be scared or fears, and maybe a made-up excuse of why they can't be around you because you're just weirding them out, you know what I mean? Like, they need separation and time to, you know, recoup. And also, separation can be caused by others, right? Other relationships, which there are karmics, there are soulmates. Like, a soulmate is like not twin level, you know what I mean? But it's a deep relationship. It's a meaningful meaning to, you know what I mean? Like, I bet my kid's father is my soulmate because we had 3 beautiful kids, and that was the reason for the season. Also, he messed me up so bad that I learned so much from him after his relationship. I just learned so much. And, you know, nowadays, he can't even lie to me anymore because, you know, I see right through it. So separation phase always returns to a union phase. Sign number 3. When there's separation, there's union. It's all it's all written in the stars, okay? There's stages, and separation and union is key. If you're going through that, then you don't even need to see any other signs. Like, you know, because this is not a normal dynamic. So when you're in union, and also you start feeling, when you're getting close to union, you start seeing synchronicities, maybe seeing your name and hearing things, having dreams or something. So that can kind of pull out a little closeness. It's kind of gonna give you the feeling that it's gonna happen soon. But when you guys come into union, one ion together, right? Separation is separate ion, pulled apart, separate ion. And union is un ion, one ion, lit up, flamed up together. And union is growth. Union is communal, binding, building, learning, acceptance, figuring out, and, you know, going through the motions. Union is usually great until the trigger happens again, and you go into separation, which is great. You know what I mean? So, you know, union is where you guys build. Union is tapping into your most energetically connected building blocks. Union gives you all of that right back again. All of that. All of that, you know, reinstating and getting back, and then, you know, then it happens again when you least expect it. So it's kind of funny. We're going to move on to sign number 4. This is a relationship that you know no other. This is like a best friendship or a close, unaltered, like purely a real, legit basic connection. Friends forever, friends for life, connected for life. You have feelings of connectedness. Like you see signs, you see synchronicities. Twinning, there's a lot of twinning that goes on. You guys mirror each other and you kind of, bounce off of each other's triggers, basically. And it is needed. It's pushy. It's realization. It is, it's needed. And this is like an old soul connection. Like you just know, that this is your twin. There is no one else like, you know what I mean? And once you see that you're in the dynamic of separation union, then you know that is for sure. Now, you can feel past life connections because you're such an old soul. You are both ascendant beings. Like twins are ascended beings. Indigos, pretty much. Like we come from the same ray. Like it's like a family. And because you are so developed and high ascended, that this is probably your last trip around on here on this earth. So you've had your couple of lives, you've had your couple of experiences, you've built up the wheel, and you're at ascension. This is like ascent. This is illumination, psychic blowout, highly protected intel and information and gifts that you just keep receiving, right? So this bond, you can do telepathy, you can, speak each other's sentences, you can have a lot of the same likes, a lot of the same style, you can have, similar, you know each other like a book, but then it's those couple of things that you just can't get over, and that just keeps the thing going there. The yin, the yang, the push, the pull. And like I said, this is not usually a physical attraction relationship. Like it's not even about that. It's beyond. It's like it's bondage, sacred bondage without consummation. Like you don't even have to go there. If twins ever do get there and get into sacred union, like sacred sex, and if they're both at their highest ascendant level, if they're both fully psychically developed and they have all their powers and it's just getting more kinetic and more synergized and more powerful and new things are coming on, this can be very rewarding. This is a gift. This is the best gift that you've ever had in your life. When I first met my twin, he was such a good listener. He was so different, just so smart, so charming. Like, and also, I mean, at first separation, like, really came fast, and, like, there was other things going on, and, it was a little scary or whatever, that. But, after the building, and after those unions, and after, trials and tribulations, like, you just trust. This is your comfort, your safe place. Like, you feel at home when you're with your twin. Like, it's just a sacred relationship. Now, sign number 5. Triggering worked for ascension. Triggers. Twins are triggered by each other. They are triggered to level up. They are triggered to go into silence. They are triggered to not being careful, not being careful. Like, just this is all. These separations are just not being careful. And the triggering will always be a learning lesson. It'll be a chance for you to stand in your truth and get over the trigger and elevate to a higher level of ascension. And so triggering is all part of that dynamic of separation and union. Sign number 6, catalyst to psychic blow open fast. So one of the twins is going to be more intuitive than the other twin. Like, kind of that's the leader, which would be the chaser. So the runner is going to be the one who still has psychic powers, who's still gifted, smart as hell, and has high intuition and discernment and stands in his place. But there are some things that can be worked on to develop highly responsible gifts, your psychic abilities. And always one of the twins is so triggered by this ascension love law, this energy that is given by. So my twin taught me actually how to surely for sure self-love myself. And I was mostly there, but it got me to that point where I had restored faith in, guys and humans and it was so graceful. It was so different. And so I treasured it. And I not right on, but maybe about a year into our relationship, I had a full blow up of my third eye. My powers all came in. It was like God struck me and put a halo on my head, and like, woo! It was so forceful. Like, this was crazy. Like, I was just downloading, upgrading, automatic rating, doing this court shit. Like, this is all spells and stuff. Like, just realizing all this shit, and then it's like, oh my God. And after that happened, that is when I found and stumbled upon the twin flame relationship. I had never heard of it in my life. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have a twin flame. I'm a twin flame. Like, oh my gosh. It was marked by the separation and union. It was marked by me blowing up and like, whoa, ascending, like, hi. And usually the higher ascended one at the time is usually the feminine, divine feminine, but that's just natural. That's just because, guys grow up later than girls. Mostly, this is not all set, you know what I mean? But it's usually how it is. But also divine feminines can be male. They can be female. Divine masculines can be male or female. It's all energy. You know how it is. And this is, no physical can contest or line up with invisible stuff, because invisible stuff is the most powerful forces, and they're the most magical. So I was literally gifted by God through my twin. He was the catalyst that forced open my third eye and stepped me into my power. And I accepted it. I loved it. I was like, ooh. So bringing me to the self-love, worth actualization, and harmonizing with that frequency, that propelled being able to walk it like you talk it. Being able to assert your authority. This is what Jesus did. Like, he was standing with authority And he walked it like he talked it. He ain't no lie. He is not a lie. And he was a psychic. Jesus was a psychic. He walked on water. He cast it out into the waters and brought upon many abundance of fish. That's a casting, right? Okay, he healed the sick. He made the blind see, like opened their eyes, took the veil off, like brought them to realization, like helped them out, like taught them something, made them think, like developed them, like helped them. Jesus, he was psychic. Jesus went to study in India and all kinds of stuff because Buddha, he was the way. He was the all-knowing, the first twin flame, I believe, that was sent here. And he was the donor of our lineage. So, okay, that catalyst to your psychic intuition blowing up, and I'm getting new gifts all the time, I've been open for 2.5 years, and I'm developing more. I'm not even going to go to details about that because that's not what the video is about. That's for another video. But I'm telling you guys, this is real. This is magical. This is a gift from God. This is just the master key, right? This is a master key. Powerful, powerful, powerful spiritually divine ride under God. Ooh, we are almost done, guys. Okay, I've been meaning to put this out, but all the technology, I'm trying to work with it, and bear with me. Please have patience. I'm planning on a grand launch to the channel on July 29th. That'll give me time to try to do technical things and all this stuff. And when we go live, we're going to have free readings for anyone who comes in the chat, and I will put out a announcement for that and everything. But I am really here for you guys. This is brand new channel. I'm new at being on camera and talking on camera, and I'm a little fairy of the camera. It's not my best suit. So, okay, I'm not going to keep you guys. I want to bring you to the 7th and final sign that this indeed is a twin relationship. And you are a twin. And yes, that means you are a psychic. So, number 7, finally. And who could, this is a given. You ask God. You ask God, is this my twin, right? That's your final validation. How could you skip that one? Come on, you ask, big man. He answers you if you ask him. So this is what I did. Before I even blew up, before my third eye blew up, and I became completely stepped into my powers, so I wasn't fully open. I was very intuitive, very sharp, very good at reading people because I obsessed with psychology, and I've just been very good at doing that. So I protected myself. You know what I mean? If you walk it like you talk it, you don't let people come in and mess with your aura. You don't let people fuck with your globe. You do not let people in who you already know are gonna be untrue and chaotic little messes, energy balls of chaos in your field. You don't want that in your field. You know what I mean? That's why I love being psychic. It's so easy to just not mess around with people. You know what I mean? Plus, most psychics are very introverted gurus. You know what I mean? We go up and hibernate in the hills and the mountains. The Indian gurus, they'll just go get all skinny and stuff. And they're full of knowledge, full of mystical knowledge, full of it. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you the story before my third eye blew up. So, this was maybe about, like I said, I found out we were twins maybe after a year, and then maybe 6 more months go by. I was in the car in the driveway, and I asked God, because I wanted to be for sure. You know what I mean? I don't speak anything unless I have been about it, unless I've experienced or from other sources or something. You know, I am always careful with words, because words are very, very symbolic. And once you start reversals and anagrams and tilting to the side and building and making shapes and like they make other words. Vowels are all interchangeable. Okay, so spelling is spells. Any form of writing is solidifying your thought into the physical, right? So it's, you think it, that's the beginning. You write it down, that's times 2. And when you write something, especially in cursive, this is why they took the cursive away from the kids, because cursive is curses, okay? And it's solidified curse, like it's stronger. So a curse is stronger than a spell because the curse is solidified in cursive. It's one line. It's not broken up. So this is why they're getting rid of the cursive, also because computers overtake the world, but it is a form of art. It's special, and it works the brain, like it just does something else. And you know, it's a lost art now. So okay, and then the last part of manifesting is you have the thought, you say it, speak it, or write it, whatever you want to do. I mean, you don't have to do anything, like you do everything how you want to do it, you know what I mean? You make your own recipes for success. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, let me just get back to this. So I was in the car in the driveway, and I asked God, I said, God, please, I'm thinking this is a twin. This is all new to me. Can you please show me a sign that this is a twin flame relationship, that I am a twin and this is what's happening? Because, you know, all the stuff, all the dynamics, I knew everything was right on to what I had heard. And so I asked God, I said, whatever song comes on the radio, it's either going to tell me yes or it's going to tell me no. God, please send me that sign. Please validate my intuitive notion here that this is what's going on, because this is special. Like, this is otherworldly, you know? So don't I turn the radio on, and you know what song comes on? It's by Christina Perri, and I'm not a great singer, and my voice kind of is, but it's 1,000 years. I have loved you for 1,000 years. It's all alone. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. Which was like a total yes. I was like, oh my God, thank you for the sign. Thank you for validation. Oh my God. And that song, I've loved you for 1,000 years. That is representing past life relationships. 1,000 years, we could have been around 10 times then. So this validated this 1,000-year love. It outstands like our lifetime. It's old and rooted. It is rooted, and it is blessed, and it is sacred. A sacred union of two souls just elevating and ascending upon each other. Like the triggers bounce off and you do this, and this is all for work, and it's to make you your best self. Because if you two could actually get to the highest level and get your crown, If you two can actually both be there, imagine the work you could do. Imagine the moves you could make, the shaking you could do. You could change the world. And people don't think this is true, but you could. So this all makes me happy. Although I'm in separation, like, I miss my twin. I love my twin, but what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I can't hate. I can't stop, how he's feeling or what's going on, I can't force anything. You never force anything. That's just bringing about problems. So, yeah, like, I hope this was very informative for you. And like I said, you need to make no more stops because we have the 7 signs. And I'm going to go over them really quick one more time. First, it's an unexpected meeting. Out of the blue, not a likely duo. It's just kind of crazy. So, unexpected meeting, sign number 1. Sign number 2, separation. Separate the ions. Number 3 sign, union. Un ion. Together. Bind. This is like a best friendship. This ship is not going to freaking sink, okay? It's forever. Even if you guys stop talking forever, like, you still would forever have that bond. Number 6, a catalyst to psychic blow up. Gifting of the stars. Beautiful, beautiful channel of light and love and power to help people. That's my purpose here on this channel. Helping people. I want to make people feel better. I think it's needed. I think the world is confused and corrupt, and these children are just done, just born into the tech world. Like, it's over. Like, it's just, you know what it is. So the twins are supposed to be here at this beginning of the end for a reason. We're pulling up. It's like a tribe. Like, we could help. We could do things differently. We walk it like we talk it. We make moves. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about it. Be about it. Action is the final manifest key. First, you got to think it. Then you got to produce it. You got to write it or say it. That brings the vibe, the vibration into it. And vibration is sound, and sound is movement. So the last step, after thinking it, boom, you write it down, so you make the spell. Then you cast it. You got to action potentiate. Like, if you don't make the move, if you don't make the action to put forth your creation and your desire and your dreams, then it can never happen. Like, we have so much power. That will is so strong. Intention is everything. And having psychic stuff is blowing up now. New age coming out. And you know what? They're all witches. And if these confused youth is growing up on them spewing out this stuff because that's what they want, that's what the New World Order wants. A one world religion is going to be all this new age stuff that people don't know how to handle. People don't understand how to really work with it. They don't know how to use it for good. And without your connection to Source, Most High Creator, God, if you don't have connection and a true, real relationship with Him, you cannot start working with any of this psychic stuff. It's just not happening. It's not for you. Like I said, like, I always knew I was different. I thought differently, you know what I mean? I was kind of opposed authority and always very sensitive, and I was always loved God. I never doubted God a day in my life. I always had faith. I always talked. I always prayed, but I thought of Him as different as they produced Him in the as a white guy in the sky. Like, that's not at all what I thought. Like, this, from very little time, I thought of God as lightning and thunder and movement and shaking and powerful energy, and that God is all things, all things. He made all things, so he's part of all things, and he has particles in us. He has particles in his wood. He has particles in these materials that aren't even alive. Like, that's still God particle, because it's all God particles. So God is so loving. Like, God answers me directly. And there's a few things I'll have videos about that, but I have miracles happen to me every day. I am manifesting since I stepped into my power. It's been the best thing ever. It's been the best thing ever. It's so beautiful to just walk it like you talk it. And you know, and they know, anyone knows who tries to, they'll get shut down, all right? And you'll bring something out of them, pull it up that they don't even know about themselves, and they'll feel it, and they will hate you for it. But it's all for good. You know, it's all for good. And yeah, I think I'm going to just close out this video with a quick, like, slideshow of Twin Flame, right? She's a swan. She's the ugly duckling, but look at her now. She has 4 doves and a rainbow over her head. And look how beautiful that swan is. She's crowned. Jesus, our first twin flame. Jesus was a psychic. He bared the thorns in his side. You know what I mean? He took the burden because he never doubted his Father God. He never spoke against his name. He turned up tables in those temples or synagogues. He turned over the tables of those tax dealer, whatever they were, priests or whatever those Jewish people were. He didn't like that shit, okay? He spoke for truth. He stand alone. And he, Mary Magdalene was his highest follower, his highest disciple, but they just left her all out of the story, right? And that wasn't physical. That was just pure Jesus Christ oil, pure anointment, pure Christ consciousness, pure awareness, pure movement, moving mountains. So then you start a positive change. You start nurturing yourself because you found someone to nurture you. So you reciprocate it to yourself because you're validated. You're worth it. You trust in this relationship. You trust in yourself. You trust in God. You trust in the signs. You trust in your visions. You trust in your predictions. You trust in your telepathy. You trust in everything you do and will say and create. Like, this is your word is another form of you. Like, that word is bond, man. If you can't trust someone's word, they're a rat. So then you start doing this, right? You start listening better. You start listening to the signs and the angels better too. You start to write your will, thoughts, emerald tablets. This is Hermetic schools, but it's all manifestation. There's so many levels and different civilizations that had this knowledge, but it's been taken away and put underground, and I know exactly how. That's another video. And hidden, you know what I mean? Like, for everybody, they put it out different, and they took out the books of the Bibles that showed that Jesus, the book of Thomas, that shows that Jesus was a psychic, okay? It shows his authority and his word, and that is strong will. And with strong will and believing is key. You have to believe. You have to know. And then, so you start writing, right? Start doing stuff, finding out codes, moving through the courts, playing the roles, moving the masks, uncovering secret knowledge. So you start stepping into your power, you get purified. The rising phoenix out of the ashes. Purification. You got to be pure in your soul and in your heart. You have to be pure self-love first before you can ever be in a relationship that is pure, like a Jesus relationship. Like that kind of love has to be pure. You have to be basically reborn, you know, rebaptized into your all-knowing, illuminated appointing, you know? Then, after purification, you're free. Freedom. The freest you could ever feel in the world is to step into your power and to start lining things up and working with the energy, manipulating it to your liking. You put all your plays in, Larry. You put all your plays. You make your bets. But you know, we don't even have to make bets anymore at this level. We're sure on what we want, so we manifest it. Okay? So then, you start working your magic, working with sacred geometry, energy, manipulating energy, knowing how energy works. That's key to learning how to develop psychic anything. Then you are an energy healer, which means you can go on and teach them. You could teach and do good. You can heal energy. You can disintegrate blockage, clear, heal people. You can bring out past life trauma, past life regression, past lives. You can reach the Akashic record level, which I have been accessing for a while now, almost since the beginning, but that was like one of my first gifts. It was amazing. So then you have the ability to do this, and you get very in tune with fine working of your sacred geometry, your lines, your ley lines, your sticks, your pokes, your connections, your energy points. Line it all up for yourself. And then finally, you feel this. You let in the flow of prosperity. You actually witness this all coming to you. And others will witness it too. They'll see. They don't totally understand unless you like really run into them like I do with my mom. Well, I have to. Like, my mom is my love. She must understand like that I'm not crazy. So you accept your gifts. The flow of prosperity is lit up. And it's just going to keep going like a boomerang. Law of attraction. Yes. And this is the beautiful story of the twin flames and the 7 signs that you will actually all know the truth. If you're in a twin situation or not. And if this is not a twin situation for you, don't go running, don't go searching, don't go looking. You can't force things. That's when it goes the wrong way. But I want to say to you guys, thank you for bearing with me through this video. I am so glad I actually got it out here. I hope it was streamlined for you. I'm going to tidy up this channel. I have to start recording on my cell phone. And I just need some stuff. That stuff coming in the mail. I apologize. Please subscribe. If you felt that this content was valuable to you, please like, subscribe, and share. It'll really help me start to get noticed and start putting the messages out a whole lot more. reaching a whole bunch of more people, which is my goal and my mission. So, beautiful loves, divine ones, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a really special video to me, and I will recreate this content probably in like 6 months or something so I can put out a fresh one. But yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell people I'm going to have free readings on my launch day, July 29th. Also, there is going to be a special gift to everyone and anyone. Their first session with me, 30 minutes free. Anything you want. Tarot readings, counseling, answers, healing, chakra cleaning, Reiki, meditation, anything you want. You want to write your own castings, I can help you with that, and we can set forth the start of that goal, and we could put you in alignment and take measurements, and we can get you anywhere. So I also do lessons, and I do psychic development, if anyone's interested. But all in all, I'm here to help people heal. I'm here to clear. I'm here. Relationships is my specialty. Yes. And I'm going to get a website up. And so if you see me, you could email me now, and we could schedule a 30-minute session. Free. The only thing I'm going to need is your ID, photo ID, so I could log the people who have taken advantage of the free thing, because it's a one-time deal, which is very, very valuable. It's priceless. 30 minutes. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. I'm excited. Thank you, my love bugs. Tune in tomorrow. I will definitely have more content out. We're going to do some astrological horoscopes. So thank you so much. Mwah. I love you guys. You're my tribe. Like, let's work. Let's create. I'm here for you. I love you guys. Bye. Namaste.